once in a while, a movie gets announced that we go, wait, why? Why are they making that movie? Like if they were to come out and say they're doing a Joe Dirt 2. I don't know. Did they do a Joe Dirt 2? I don't know.
Think so.
I don't think so. I'm going to hope there wasn't. Okay.
Look.
So like if they were to come out and announce a Joe Dirt 2, we would probably be asking ourselves, why on earth are they doing a Joe Dirt 2? That's the kind of reaction I had when they announced that they were doing a Madam Web. Like, why? Why on earth they're doing Madam Web? Now, while there were some questions about that, like why on earth would you do this? The reality was they started announcing a pretty decent lineup for a cast. Dakota Johnson leading it. I love Dakota Johnson. I'm becoming a bigger and bigger fan of hers. Adam Scott, who is, of course, big hit with Succession right now. Not Succession, Severance. Big hit with Severance right now. I love him on Parks and Rec, all that kind of stuff. That's great. But also Euphoria's Sydney Sweeney. And there are some rumors and whispers going around, but now there's a fresh bunch of reports about who Sydney Sweeney is going to be playing. And according to these reports, Sydney Sweeney is going to be playing Spider-Woman in the upcoming Madam Web. But the Julia Carpenter version of Spider-Woman, who, if my memory's not failing me here, was the second iteration of Spider-Woman. So the folks over at CBR say the following. They say Euphoria star Sydney Sweeney's character in the upcoming Sony Spider-Man universe film Madam Web has reportedly been revealed. Sweeney is portraying the second incarnation of the Spider-Woman in Madam Web. Marvel Comics' second in continuity Spider-Woman was, of course, Julia Carpenter, who succeeded Jessica Drew. Julia's apparent involvement in Sony's Spider-Man Madam Web film is especially noteworthy, seeing how she is also the second and current Madam Web in the comics, having succeeded the late Cassandra Webb. So, there were some questions going around about, is Dakota Johnson playing the Julia Carpenter Madam Web, or is she playing the Cassandra Webb character? And I guess that this puts that to bed now, because if we have Sydney playing Julia Carpenter, then that must mean that Dakota Johnson's playing Cassandra as Madam Web. And I'll tell you when my interest in this movie started to get piqued. I was not very interested in this movie, like most people, until about a year ago. Ray, I don't know if you remember us doing this show where we talked about this. But some images, if you guys remember this, some set images got released of like Adam Scott and Dakota Johnson were like paramedics of some sort, and there was a car crash, but they were really old cars, like cars set in the, like from the 80s or something like that, which made us think, is this going to be a period piece? And then rumors came out that some Gus's Gas Station Movie Review.fart website started running with, but I had also heard too, I still to this day cannot confirm whether they were true or not, but some whispers started to come out, some reports started to come out that the basic plot of Madam Web, and again, let me be clear, we don't know if this is true or not at all. This is just we had heard at the time, was a little bit of a Terminator kind of plot, where this movie was set back in the late 80s or early 90s, that the idea was that a villain who had grown tired of not being able to defeat Peter Parker's Spider-Man goes back in time to kill Mary Parker. And Mary Parker apparently was going to be played by Emma Roberts from, what's the best thing I can mention her from? We're the Millers. She's done a bunch of other stuff. She's, of course, Eric Roberts's and Julia Roberts's niece. Actually, no, she's Eric Roberts's daughter.
And Julia Roberts'
Yeah, and
niece.
Julia Roberts' niece. That's right. And she's wonderful. I like her a lot. So apparently, then the whispers were that she was going to be playing Mary Parker, the actual mother of Peter Parker, and Adam Scott was going to play Richard Parker, the father of Peter Parker. And this notion came out that the plot of Madam Web was going to be that this villain's going to try to kill them off. And so then this gaggle of Spider-Man allies get together, and a la Arnold Schwarzenegger, they travel back in time to stop this villain from killing Spider-Man. Now, again, no idea if that's the actual direction they're going in, but if it is, sign me up as being actually quite interested in this. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. But the whole notion about who Sweeney's playing, most probably the reports are saying she's going to be playing the second iteration of Spider-Woman. I like that. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this? Do you like the idea of these reports that maybe Sydney Sweeney is playing Spider-Woman, the second iteration of Spider-Woman, the Julia Carpenter version of Spider-Woman. What do you think about the overall plot rumors and stuff like that? I don't know. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. The average person has around 12 paid subscriptions. Think about that. If you think you're only subscribed to a handful of services, you might want to double check. With Rocket Money, you can quickly identify and cancel all of your unwanted subscriptions. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want and don't even use. Simply find the subscription you don't want and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as the click of a button. My wife Ann and I moved out of Burbank 2 years ago, and one of the first things I discovered when I loaded up Rocket Money was that I was still paying for a gym membership I haven't even been to in Burbank in 2 years. So stop throwing away your money. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea.